believe they hit their first 8 shots. I think they went 10 of 11 to start. What do you feel like you guys weren't able to do defensively to slow down that initial start?
Yeah, Brunson's first two kind of stand out to me. I think live ball catch kind of rockered and made a three. Maybe we play them tighter. We're into them with a live ball. But, again, I would say solid defense, but better offense. And then it feel like a couple of the other ones, they maybe got us into a little bit of scramble mode. And I think Anunoby hit one and maybe Bridges. But, they came out and made shots and kind of put us in a hole in the first quarter, down 16, that, ultimately we could never really recover from that start. We made a run, but, they made shots out of the gate. Credit to them.
The only other thing I had was defensively, I think that's the most points you guys have given up all season. And you've talked about individual pride, guarding your man. Is it simply that, or is it more into why the Knicks continued to score at the pace that they did?
Yeah, again, I think credit to those guys. But I thought our transition defense at times was not where you need it to be good defensively. If you're going to withstand a good shooting night, you got to take away the easy ones in transition. You got to be great there. I think we had, some lapses in transition where we got to be better. They're cutting off the ball, a little bit offensive rebounding. We got to be better defensively.
Coach, when you look at the schedule you guys have had, the injuries, this upcoming 5-day stretch, how beneficial will that be to kind of get a moment to catch your breath and get back in the gym and get some practice time?
Yeah, I think when the schedule comes out, it doesn't, look like it's something that you'd ever ask for, but maybe there's some kind of silver lining in a 5-day break. We can get in the gym, we can look at things, we can figure out, how to be better. When you get a break like this, you got to take advantage of it in a lot of different ways.
To Gerald's point, did you like the compete level through these last couple of games, just kind of knowing it was the end of this stretch of 12 games in 21 days?
Yeah, there's always going to be a couple plays where, you're frustrated, but, the group is good. I think overall the competitive spirit, the things that we've leaned on, while we can always be better, we got a group that's competitive. We got a group that will stay together. It's the things that we talk about. Losing's hard. This league is hard. So we got to fight through it. We got to compete our way through it. But, while there's things that we need to work on and improve, the competitiveness of our group has been in a good place when we were winning. And I would still say the same thing right now while we're struggling. The guys know how important competing is.
Mason was saying earlier at the shoot-around that it's actually been good to you've started two bigs the past two games, able to switch off on things, especially helping out with Cat. What made you decide to go with Royce first instead of going with Mason, who only played 4 minutes tonight?
Yeah, I think Cat is a unique big in that he spaces and spreads the court, and they're really kind of playing four wings around him. With Josh Hart kind of being like the other big. Anunoby's another wing that plays like a big. So, we went with Royce over the two big look. Thought that would give us our best chance.
Coach, right here. When you look at the offensive performances that some of the guys had, bounce-back performances from Nurk and Royce, going into this break, how encouraging is that to build off of going into the break and then coming out of the break?
Yeah, no doubt for Nurk to play, I think was a good sign, for him to, I thought 33 minutes, and he competed, made some threes, gave us a presence on the board. I thought second half, our defense was better, and he was a big part of it. So, definitely good to see that. Royce got, where the ball was falling, find the bottom of the net again, the way he was at the start of the year. So, I think that's good for those two guys, for Nurk to be healthy, to feel good going into the break, for Royce to, hit some shots going into the break. I think those are a couple of positives to take. All right, thanks, guys.